Hello. Oh, I'm doubled up. Is my audio okay? I can hear myself. That's a bit weird. How are we all? Right, classic Alpine. Toothpaste? Yeah, it's kind of toothpaste. In fact, there it is. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? It's absolutely stunning. What does everyone think? Because I am a massive fan. Absolutely love it. Think it would take a lot to be better than the Renault, because yeah, the Renault is one of my favourite liveries. Love the yellow. We'll miss yellow from the grid. But oh my god, they've nailed it. The chrome blue is absolutely stunning. Perfectly implemented the black. The French flag on the back. I know a lot of people say, oh, Colgate, but really cool. And liveries are so much better when they're like that. The more I see that, going a little bit off topic, but the more I see this year's McLaren livery, which is essentially last year's McLaren livery, the more I dislike it. because it makes the car look so long, and the more liveries that are getting released where they're doing it like this, yeah, I'd much rather McLaren go back to the old school one. Yeah, it's cool. It's very French. So this livery stream gonna be, if you saw the AlphaTauri retro version of it, I've gone full nerd here, and I've got windows open and stuff, no pun intended, of like checking when the era of logos and things, and and seeing when what kind of logos there were at the time, because obviously I can put things on there like Castrol and all that. But I want it to be as accurate as possible. And this is quite a good one because there are a lot of old school logos. A lot of kind of classic classic companies and oil manufacturers and all that good stuff. So where to start? Yeah, full dedication. Always, never do it by half. So I guess we should put some logos on first. And you'll see that I've got retro logos. Interesting that Renault still fairly prominent. I'd quite like to do a because I notice they're still promoting their E-Tech brand. And one thing I think would be really nice to do is a retro, sorry, like a redesign. Mic is a bit echoey. It could be because I don't know, I can hear myself. Let me just properties. I don't know why that's the case. Every time I use Windows at the moment, there's just some kind of update. Oh, my webcam froze. Amazing. There we go. This is why... Right. Okay, we're back. Do I dare talk about the Mercedes? I'll reason with you. I would go as far as saying the Mercedes is the worst livery since the 2019 Williams. That's how much I dislike it. Maybe it's a bit of a Marmite livery. Yeah, I really like the Merc. Someone... seen a lot of people say they like it. I cannot stand it. I think it's absolutely vile and oh, it's awful. Last year it was so nice and they've just ruined it completely. The AMG is disgusting. I genuinely thought it was a prank. That's how bad. I don't like it either. What are your reasons? So they've not implemented the Ineos sponsorship any more than they had before, which is I thought they might. I know it's difficult. If you watch my stream, my days, it's difficult. It's not an easy thing to get right. But I thought, maybe they'll change the red up, or I don't know, implement it a bit better, because last year it was kind of plonked on a little bit, wasn't it? It was kind of plonked on the livery. Oh, thanks for the I'm going to say Australian dollars. Thank you, Lucas. The Mercs livery looks like it was rushed. Completely agree. In fact, you know what it screams to me? It screams to me that they've done the livery and the designers are quite happy with it. I mean, to be fair, it's pretty much the same. As it was before. And then they've basically gone, oh, the bosses really want to push AMG this year. We need to do something. And I like to think that the design team would have gone, no, that looks absolutely horrendous. But the marketing team basically had to say, because they're a big manufacturer. But the problem is with Mercedes is they're trying to push AMG, they're trying to push Petronas, they're trying to push Ineos, and it ends up like you can't push every brand. You have to, some sponsors are title sponsors and some are smaller. That's just the way it is. But hey hey. Also, something that's really annoying is on the front wing of the Mercedes, you can't read the Petronas logo because it's turquoise and Tommy said in his reaction, yeah, feels like they're trying to have 3 title sponsors. Yeah, totally agree. You either, you have You either have it as the title sponsor. I don't know, they're all just fighting with fighting to try and have the biggest logo and the most prominent logo on the car, and it's like, kind of got to pick one, guys. And the problem as well is when it's silver, when the silver looks more kind of black, it just makes the logo show up even more. And it looks nasty. But yeah, each their own. I appreciate. Some people like it, some people hate it. I absolutely hate it. I think it's really is just one of the worst liveries we've seen in the last few years. I mean, everyone knows how much I like the Red Bull livery, but it's simple for a reason, right? Oh, thanks again, Lucas. The issue for me with the Mercedes livery is that the Petronas logo, Ineos logo, and AMG logo is the same side. Like, which one is your title sponsor? That is so true. The thing I really dislike about it is, well, there's a lot of things I dislike about it. The AMG logo, they made it bigger. And it's like, that's fine, you've made it bigger, fair enough. Although it looks a bit ugly because it's almost looks kind of now like novelty big. And then it just doesn't work because you'd think that would be enough, and then it's like, no, let's put even more on it. No, it's just, yeah, I mean, fair play. Some people like it, absolutely fine, but it's a no from me, a big, giant no. Hideous. Actually, it's the studio that shows AMG too much. Maybe untrack AMG logo or ghost out. Very good point, Varun. But to be honest, I've seen, if you look at, I saw a screenshot actually from it, and if anything, it kind of looked worse because the silver ends up going kind of darker, and then the white ends up being a really prominent logo. And yeah, it's just not. I think it could end up looking worse, personally. We shall see. Right, let's get a... You know, I really like the French flag detailing as well on this Alpine. Just the perfect amount of it. Mercedes stars were fine, agreed. Mercedes had a good thing going on. I know people love to complain when someone doesn't change their livery, but at the end of the day, you don't always have to change it, and if it ain't broke, don't worry about fixing it. How have I got that so wrong? People complain if you don't change. If you change, make minor mods. Yeah, it's an interesting debate now. What's the best thing to do? Because, like you say, people complain if you do, complain if you don't. But then you can't please everyone. So maybe they need to just think, well, it looked amazing last year. To be honest, I didn't expect them to change it. I don't think many people maybe really would have expected them to change it. Oh dear. Alpine livery was well received, yeah. Very well received, actually. Okay, let's what else have we got? Let's carry bonnet. There's nothing on the nose, strangely. As in, sorry, the front wing. There's definitely stuff on the nose, but not the front wing. One thing I really like is the painted bits of red kind of all over it to keep the theme. Keep the theme going, which is, do appreciate it when a livery kind of carries on. That's a very good point, Victor. Next season, a lot of things will be different. Right, so my lovely wife has made. So this is like a classic Alpine logo. So while this looks different, this is the kind of one they had around that time. Webcam's frozen again. Lovely. God, I wish... yeah, next time I'm going to look into this computer because... Oh, God, I just hate... Windows is so... annoying. PCs just love to not work. And it's very frustrating. Windows slander with Microsoft on the screen. I mean, you're telling me that they're not absolutely dreadful. Right, there's that. I think I'm right in saying that someone asked about Bottas's helmet. Not the biggest. Oh, wow, there you go. It's like I read it. And yeah, I use a Mac for my all like the stuff I do for WTF1 because it's really easy to airdrop stuff and they don't do stupid updates and break all the time, so that's nice. Save that quickly. Oh yeah, sorry. Bottas's new helmet. Not the biggest fan. Oh my god, one thing I noticed. Let me find a picture of it. Someone put it up. Oh my god, it's so bad. Not Bottas's helmet. Like, well, I don't like it. But here we go. So this is Bottas's helmet. I guess did his girlfriend design it? Maybe. I feel like she designed the special one for Abu Dhabi, if I remember. And yeah, it's got the double, you know, they normally have the sponsorship on the side where like Monster Energy is. It's now doubled, which is not good because I don't know, people complain about Alpha Tauri and how they, you know, takes up so much of the car, but I'm sorry, that's not you know, that's getting borderline the same, really, just doing it at the top, so you're kind of running out of places where you can actually put a pattern. Bottas's logo is top tier. That's an interesting theory because I personally think it looks like it says JB. I don't know. I don't see that as VB, and I know everyone, it's like, oh, it's meant to be the 77, but some drivers try too hard to put their number into their name, and some people it works. Lando's is a perfect example. He's got the best logo, but if it doesn't work, don't do it. I mean, Daniel Ricciardo and Max, for me, have really nice helmet designs. Yeah, they do, but logo designs. And you know, they don't overcomplicate it and essentially ruin the whole logo just to try and put their number in it. But that's just my opinion. Justin Bieber, yeah, there you go. It does look like something from Frozen. Also, I just realised that I've been doing this livery and you've all been just looking at Bottas's helmet. So sorry if you don't like Bottas's helmet, because it's just been on the screen for ages. But mixes up the mixes things up a bit, doesn't it? Okay. Getting somewhere. Has Vettel officially changed his logo? I believe so. It was on all the Aston Martin stuff. So a lot of people say that the new Vettel logo kind of looks a bit weird because it's maybe not the right maybe it kind of looks a bit like VO5, which if people aren't familiar with VO5, I don't know if it's outside the UK as well, but it's like a hair product. Okay, just sorting that out. Tomorrow's going to be a big day, yeah. Aston Martin. Been a long time coming, really. I feel like they've been trying to get into F1 for ages. Me and my wife Katie were talking about it the other day, I think. Was it 2009 when the new teams came in? Aston Martin wanted to come back into F1 then, so I wanted BWT to go to Williams as well, 100%. I'm disappointed that we're not going to get a full pink livery. Yeah, Aston yeah, it's worrying that Aston could end up, well, you know, I wouldn't say they got rid of BWT, but they had a good title partnership there. And it certainly kind of feels like they kind of sacked it off because they really wanted to have a nice British racing green livery. And now they're going to have to put like a little bit of pink on, maybe. That sounds like that's how it's going to be. So it's subtle branding. Which, I mean, if you've watched my streams, you'll know how difficult it is to get British Racing Green and Pink working, but I feel like it's going to be I feel like it's going to be British Racing Green and maybe like maybe a few like hot pink, like magenta stripes or something. I don't know. Who knows? Like, that's the thing. I'm glad they've kept it secret though. Same with Alpine, because it's always fun when it doesn't get leaked and you get to see a new livery. BWT pink on Aston when Merc has Ineos colours. Ooh, that certainly would be something. I think a lot of people, fair to say, are most of all the liveries most excited for Aston. But I mean, oh dear, Alpine have really stepped up. There's going to be a lot of expectation now I feel, for the Aston livery. Don't know if you agree, but they're one of those brands where they're going to need to get it right. Oh, might do that actually. That's quite nice. That's the old Alpine logo. Yeah, I use Vectorizer, but it can be a bit of a pain because it takes ages. Unfortunately, with the uploading and stuff, and you can only do 3 at a time, and then you have to wait ages. Unfortunately, SVG files are really awkward. I was tempted to do a Mercedes redesign, but I couldn't put myself through that pain, I'm afraid. Yeah, I do the same, David, but a lot of the time it's really annoying. I don't really understand why that all the files are massive, even if it's just some like converted text, and it's kind of like, why is this file so massive for no reason? Can be a right pain, but hey ho. Normally manage to just about get away with it. Where is your old Yahoo logo? That's a good point. I don't think Yahoo... When were Yahoo... Oh, Yahoo Mail. I know they used to sponsor... Sauber. Yahoo, founded in 1994. There you go, so they didn't exist. That's my excuse. Definitely. I definitely just guessed they didn't exist, but I'm glad they didn't, because then I'd had to have quickly scrambled to find a logo. Oh, that Renault logo is kind of got the bank. Renault Bank, someone mentioned in one of the last streams. That who knew that Renault have a bank? There you go. What else? Oh, we've got BP, which is a bit of an odd one, but they're kind of underneath the... Seems a bit odd to have BP and Castrol, but I assume they're part of the same parent company, I can only assume. Not 100% sure on placement yet. I might do the number there. What do people think to that? Trying to think of like in that era. It seemed like a lot of people just sort of had big prominent numbers wherever they kind of wanted. I kind of like that there. I feel like it Let me know which one you prefer. Right, moment of truth. This is where it could just look absolutely terrible and not really work. Oh, that actually would be quite a nice fold line. Do I race or just do liveries? I used to do a bit of racing on Gran Turismo, but unfortunately I don't really have the space until I move to do it. But hopefully, once the move is all sorted, and if you guys are interested, I might do the odd bit of racing on GT, because I do really like racing on GT. It's a really fun game. What do we decide on the numbers? Yeah, the diagonal line does actually fit quite nicely. I was really worried that it wouldn't, but it doesn't look too bad. I was slightly concerned when I started it that it was like, oh god. I quite like the number 14 there, if I'm honest. What do you reckon? I think that looks pretty cool. Do you think there should be a rule for the legibility of numbers? I feel like there was at one point. They had the shark fins, which are amazing and definitely shouldn't have been replaced, but yeah, they're on the shark fins, and then I don't know, just sort of I feel like they worked so well with the shark fins. It was like, yes, that is the perfect place to put a number. And then unfortunately they got rid of the shark fins, so it's kind of pointless. But and then ever since that, the Alpine's not too bad, but oh my days, is it the Alfa Romeo? C41. The Alfa Romeo has literally the worst number placement. Yeah. Let me just show you guys. Okay. That is a number 7 apparently. Just above the, if you can't even see it, just above the Alfa Romeo logo where it's written on the rear. They've kind of put it there and gone, oh well, we normally have it there, so it's fine. Do you not think, don't know if you agree, that is the most dreadful number placement I have ever seen on a Formula 1 car? Absolutely atrocious. I thought McLaren was bad. Like McLaren equally is quite awkward with it, where they've kind of put it in a very weird place that doesn't really work. Rims are black, so that's fine. I feel like this is kind of done. How long have we been going? If anyone's interested, I might do a quick old school Alonso helmet and overalls, if anyone's down for that. Wondering whether that Renault Sport logo, because it's like a Renault E-Tech logo, it's the kind of maybe the equivalent. When did Renault Sport come in? I feel like that might be a nicer logo to put on. Let me just Google Renault Sport history. Renault Sport, established in 1976, so it did exist. That's good to know. Yeah, I feel like that looks nicer. Thank you, Armands. Have I ever ordered anything from Cameo? I haven't, actually. I do actually like their stuff. It's really nice. I think Alonso did some merchandise. What was his merchandise for exactly? I'm trying to remember. I want to say it was the Indy 500, but it might have been Le Mans. Maybe. I do really like the merch though, it's nice. No camera on the car, which I guess means that I don't know, because it was on the McLaren, wasn't it, at the end, but they were struggling for sponsors big time. I'll just put a massive Castrol logo on there. I don't know if that... You know, it's a crying shame that even in the... Maybe some livery nerds might correct me. I don't think there's ever been a Castrol livery in F1, right? Like a proper green and red Castrol livery. I think that would be really cool. I love the Castrol livery. I think it's a... It's an iconic livery that's never, for some reason, made its way into F1. Kind of been in a lot of other stuff, but not Formula One. I'm just going to change that dark blue because I knew there was something bothering me about it. It's just not quite the right. Looks a bit default. It's a bit too blue, which I know is a really odd thing to say. I don't think I actually... Can't remember if I asked this or even read the answers. Are people down for a Alonso retro? Retro Alonso helmet design? Might look quite cool. Yeah, you're right. There was a Lotus 93. That was a great livery. One of the most underrated, I'd say. What are you doing? Really don't like this 5G. 1993 Lotus. I loved that Lotus. I had a little model of it. It's a great looking car. Sponsored by, I want to say it was sponsored by Tamiya as well at one point, or am I making that up? Or is that a different one? Right, this car, that is, yeah, it's sponsored by Tamiya. I'm gonna say it. It's controversial, and I think part of this is because I had a model of this when I was a kid. But just apply that livery. Get rid of the Alpha. Great looking car, by the way. I do really like the Alpha. That is a underrated as hell livery. I think because you don't associate that with Lotus, because I think that's when Lotus were on the decline. But that is a beaut. I'm sure, yeah, I feel like I had a little model car of that when I was a kid, which is probably why I like it so much. So I feel like part of that is, you know, there's a lot of nostalgia involved. Right. Fernando Alonso. Were there any pictures of Esteban Ocon in like race overalls or anything? Did we see the race overalls, or was it just... I'm going to just use this as a Alonso helmet 2001. The days of simple helmet designs. Right, ignore the fact that here he is, Frankie. Come on, mate. Your fan club want to see you. Wow, I screamed so loud for Frank, my camera deactivated on quite a funny pose. Frank, come here. Frank, come see your fan club. Come on, mate. Camera freezes. Oh, mate, no, I'm trying to change it. Oh, you smell disgusting. Here he is. King Frank. I'm sure someone will have got that screenshot of the hilarious camera pose.
Did it freeze your
Probably quite wholesome.
Were you excited at Frank?
I was.
He tripped up the stairs. He was really excited to come out.
Because he wants to join his fan club.
How's it going?
Yeah, good. I'm just doing a quick Alonso helmet. Not that. So Alonso, why can't I do the Spanish flag? That's completely wrong. There we go.
No, Frank said.
Exactly. It's fan club. It's alright, you can stay there. Mate.
Incoming. I'll just hold him here the whole stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much of a... I loved it when Alonso's helmet was like this. I know that it's so boring, but it's very cool.
Frank, yours wearing to you when you said boring. Look at the camera.
Right, get rid of the logos.
No way.
Oh, careful.
I got his phone. He's sat on me.
Frank is so darn cute. He is, isn't he?
He's too cute.
Okay, so... Oh God, just realised that Alonso's got a Honda leg on his helmet at the moment. That's not good. He will be less than impressed. What? Who was driving for Esteban Ocon? Renault.
That old Renault logo,
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? Wow, Renault really didn't have a lot of sponsors on the helmet last year. To say that a lot of them do. Oh, I just realised I missed a sponsor. I don't know what sponsor to have on the side because he doesn't really. Renault don't really have one. I guess maybe just the Alpine logo.
Oh, I went for the italic one.
Oh, what am I doing? Oh. Okay, I think I'll change that actually. GP2 helmet. Oh yeah, did people actually watch the stream of the Alpine? It was the laggiest thing in the world. I don't know why they didn't just... There must have been something on F1 side actually, because I think it's the F1 stream, but I don't know why they didn't just premiere a YouTube video. I guess there was some kind of live stream connection. But yeah. Okay, that's better. Zero 0.5 frames per second. I don't know which stream it was that was so laggy. I can't remember which one I actually ended up watching, but it was the laggiest thing ever, which is a shame because the video that they'd actually done was really cool, like the hype up and everything. I don't even think that DP World isn't on there anymore. Because that was the title sponsor, wasn't it? Don't know. Thoughts on Danny Kvyat joining Alpine as a test reserve driver? Yeah, it's really cool. Hope it'd be, well, it's nice that his career isn't over, I guess. because he deserves to be in F1. Obviously, I'm extremely happy that Tsunoda's in F1 now, but it's a shame that Kvyat's not in anymore. He's a good driver. Just unfortunate that, as is the Red Bull Junior team, that it's all about timing, really. Just realised there's Honda on his overalls again. Alonso just can't escape. Oh, wrong one. I think in the last stream we realised that making old school overalls look like patchwork is the way to go. Gasly to Alpine, yeah, what does everyone think? Gasly to Alpine one day. I feel like that's a pretty strong rumour now. Seems like a lot of people suspect that's going to be the case. Not 100% sure on those race ovals. I might have a little playoff stream with it another time. Oh, there's definitely an AlphaTauri logo on the back as well, which is not ideal. Okay, right. Let's take some pictures of that with the car and then we're done. And then I'm hoping at some point, if anyone's interested, I will try and do... It's going to be so hard to redesign this car, but maybe during the season I'll try and do it when I'm free. And also, at some point, redesign the abysmal Mercedes that some people like. I understand. Oh wait, I just remembered there was one more logo I want to add on somewhere. Ah yeah. Editor. This could end up working fairly well because yeah. All about the detail. Downloaded that logo and it is a company that was around, so why not? Let's stick it on there. Okay. Yahoo logo. Yeah, Yahoo didn't exist in the mid-80s, so I'm not gonna put that one on there. I think there's another logo as well that I was looking through that didn't exist at the time, so I just missed it off. Right. Nearly done. Okay. Right, escapes. There's something about this car worked really well on this scape. The AlphaTauri redesign that I did, I don't even necessarily think it was the best livery. In fact, far from the best livery I've ever done, to be perfectly honest. It just looked really nice in the photos, which is a big difference when you get a nice photo. There we go, that's pretty much done. AlphaTauri was running the 80s, you did a livery for them. Yeah, that's fair enough. Well, they're pretty much the team and title sponsor, aren't they? So, but I feel with this Alpine, I could be a little bit more clever with the sponsors, and it made sense to do it. So, there we go. So there we go. There's a classic Alpine with a classic Fernando. Might just do another quick picture in a really cool scape. I know there's a good one somewhere. I think this one is. Lots of GT Sport should add Fernando dance to driver poses. Quite something. Another nice shot. Just feel like I think it's this one. This is the try and hide that Red Bull can in the background, because that's definitely wasn't a thing. Shame really, because I kind of want to get a bit of the back pattern in, but you can't really, because from the front you can't see it. Take it to the French museum. Not a bad shout. Just do that quickly. And then all spots. Country, France. What's the French museum? We've got the pit lane at Le Mans. Quite cool. That'd be a very cool launch, like in Paris or Normandy. Those are really good, like the Arc de Triomphe. This could look really weird with the lighting and colouring, just might not look right. Well, I don't know, it's kind of cool. Oh. That's the ticket. It does kind of look like the car's floating weirdly a little bit. It's not the greatest scape, but Gives us a bit of an idea anyway. Just about to get run over by a few cars, but hey ho. That is it. There it is. That is how an Alpine would look if it was kind of mid-80s. I think that looks pretty cool. Works quite nicely. Very simple, classic logos. Works well. Aston Martin could be interesting tomorrow. Don't know if I'll jump on a stream tomorrow as well. Maybe I'll do a redesign if it looks absolutely dreadful. I've done a lot of them, but I'll get a better idea of where the kind of logo placements are and all that stuff. So, oh, my camera's frozen again. I will sort that out for next time. Cool. All right. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you very much, everyone that stuck around, watched, listened, chatted, donated, enjoyed, and hated the Mercedes and loved the Alpine. And all that jazz. Right. That's me done. Thank you very much, everyone, and see you next time. Bye.